What's going on with Stefon Diggs? 3 years, 69 million, 26 million guaranteed. And what do we get through 3 weeks? 13 catches for 112 yards. That used to be a good game for Stefon Diggs, not a good month. You've got this Lamborghini here. You've bought it. It looks all nice. It's shiny. You've touched it up, and you're just keeping it in the garage. His biggest play this year is 16 yards. That's Stefon Diggs' most explosive play a quarter of the way through the season. Excuse me. That's bad math. 20% of the way through the season, roughly. His biggest play this year is for 16 yards. That's your big play guy. That's your big play guy? Hunter Henry and Ramondre Stevenson both have not one, but 2 plays longer than Diggs' biggest play this year, and neither of those guys are wide receivers, and neither of those guys are seen as explosive. And that is kind of a microcosm of the real problem here. You spent all this money on potentially damaged goods, right? Like, I do think he should be contributing here. And I think he's got something left in him. But, like, taking it from a 1,000-foot view here, it was a risk to bring in a guy who's over 30 and coming off an ACL injury. That's a risk. Anyway, I don't need to justify myself. Anyway, you spent all this money on potentially damaged goods just because your young quarterback needs a dynamic wide receiver who could stretch the defense and be a guy you can go to on third down. Diggs hasn't been either of those things. How long have we heard that for all of Drake Maye's career and all of Mac Jones' career before him? You know, it's just different in the NFL in the 2020s now. Look at Joe Burrow. Look at Josh Allen. You're bringing a young quarterback along. You've got to have a big play receiver that you can go to on third down. And I get it. I agree with that. But why is that not coming to fruition here? Because I'm wondering, is it even Stefon Diggs' fault? He's converted 5 third downs, but only on 6 targets. Their third down percentage, the Patriots' third down percentage, is way up from a year ago already. It's about 10 points up, 10 percentage points up. But Stefon Diggs, the third down guy, is barely getting in on the fun. Instead, Drake Maye's looking for Hunter Henry and Kayshon Boutte, Pop Douglas. You think Diggs is going backwards on that one? Or you think Diggs is probably falling forward getting the first down, by the way? Anyway, Diggs' targets, they've gone down every week since the start of the season. And I can't remember one time they've gone to him in the red zone. That's where the guy's supposed to be making his money. It's a big money player who's not being allowed to make big money plays. Is it his fault? Is he not 100% healthy? If he's not 100% healthy, why is he on the field? Is it Drake Maye's fault? Is it Josh McDaniels' fault? What is this? You've got a quarterback with unbelievable arm talent who can chuck it a mile and keep plays alive while doing it. And you've also paid really good money for one of the best improv receivers in the NFL. And it's just not happening. They aren't connecting. Drake Maye is barely looking his way. I mean, just how many times have I said it out loud? And I'm sure some of you as well in your living room through the first 3 games of like, this is a big play. Where's Stefon Diggs? Why aren't they going to Diggs here? This is the kind of play for Stefon Diggs. Game's on the line. Let's get him involved here. And still, it doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. This offseason, you remember the Patriots were trying to throw a boatload of money at Chris Godwin. And Chris Godwin basically said, no, I'm good. You guys suck. I'll stay in Tampa for way less. Got to pay the suck tax. We've heard that quite a bit around this region. So you brought in Stefon Diggs thinking, it probably overpaying for Stefon Diggs, let's be fair, thinking not only is this guy going to make us better, we're going to overpay a little bit, this guy's going to make us better, but also he's going to have a big enough year and a great connection with Drake Maye that the other big name receivers are going to want to come here, just like they did for Brady. Just like Stefon Diggs did in Buffalo early on with Josh Allen. He said, I want to work with this guy. The next big disgruntled wide receiver is not looking at this team and saying, man, I can be the next Hunter Henry there. That's not happening. And this offense has been close to looking really good. You know, the time it did look really good in the 3 games this year was against Miami, who's been horrible, right? They're still winless, right? They're still 0-3. But it showed flashes of brilliance, absolutely, against the Steelers. And it showed some early on against the Raiders, and then it fell apart. And in the meantime, they're seeing a Pro Bowl receiver targeted 15 times in 3 games. I don't think that was part of the game plan when you went out and got him and spent at least $26 million to bring him in here. 15 targets in 3 games? That's a situation where I don't know if the quarterback knows what jersey number he wears. And the other problem is this, and the Patriots have not had to deal with this in a long, long time. But when it comes to good NFL receivers, they want the ball. I know, it's crazy. It's their lifeblood, man. It's the thing that gives a rush of blood right down to their nether regions. Getting the football. If Stefon Diggs doesn't start getting the ball soon, he's going to be pissed. And it's not going to be good for either him nor the New England Patriots. Because remember, and it's going to sound harsher than it is, I like Stefon Diggs. I'm glad he's here. But let's just remember his path. Minnesota traded him. Josh Allen wasn't sad to see him go. The Houston Texans were not sad to see him go. The man knows how to burn a bridge. He does. He knows how to get out of town when he's not happy. And he's not going to be happy if he doesn't start getting more targets soon. And that leads to bad things for the teams he's on. And we have not seen that classic accountability and discipline that Mike Vrabel was preaching all offseason long. Haven't seen that so far. The other thing we're all looking for is we're all trying to see Drake Maye take that next step. In this decision to sign Stefon Diggs seemed like the most natural route. Because again, everyone was saying for years, you need that big play receiver. There's no quarterback in this league that doesn't succeed without a big play receiver. The only one would be Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback in the league, but you get my point. You look at all the other elite guys. They've all got elite receivers around them. Lamar Jackson does. Josh Allen does. CJ Stroud did. Jared Goff does. You know, it's not, they all have one. Jaden Daniels does. Joe Burrow has 2 when he ever plays. This was supposed to be the one for Drake Maye. This seemed like the natural route, but where is it? He was practicing. Diggs was practicing. Limited, but he was practicing. Look, I know it's only 3 games into a 17-game season. But with receivers, you're dealing with a different timeline and a totally different attitude than most other positions. Like, it's a game by game. If they're not getting the ball, they're pissed. Ask Tyreek Hill down in Miami. These guys need the ball, and they need it all the time. They can't take a week off. They're prickly people. And that's fine. You knew that coming in. But so far, the Stefon Diggs era, it's been pink cocaine, knocking up a couple women, and not being part of the game plan. That's it. He's knocked up 2 more women this year than he has touchdowns. That's it. You need something from him soon. And I'm sure he'd agree with that. He needs something soon. I still think he's a weapon. But I'm wondering why he's not more a part of the game plan. taking the top off on first down. Have they done that one time this year? One time? I don't think so. Getting a hot route to him on a third down. Once or twice. 5 catches on third down this whole year through 3 games. That's supposed to be your go-to guy. I'm missing it. I'm not seeing it. And I don't know whose fault it is, but it's going to be the problem of the entire New England Patriots if he doesn't get the ball here very soon. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What's been up with the Stefon Diggs experience so far? Is it going to get better? Who is to blame for this? Because I don't even know if it's Stefon Diggs' fault, man. He's cutting it out. He's out there on the field. He's getting open. Got to find him. Got to play more to his strengths. If you're going to pay him this kind of money and be the guy for Drake Maye, it's got to play to his strengths a little bit more. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And then be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're coming at you every weekday live at noon Eastern time on YouTube and then available wherever you get your podcasts as well. We're talking Boston sports, man. We're your lunchtime alternative to Boston Sports Talk Radio. I'm your host, Cam Stewart. That's why it's called The Cam Show. Zach Burke is keeping us on the air. Check out the other videos on the channel. Talking Bruins, Red Sox, everything else going on in the world of Boston sports.